Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone over well. I am not a member, however I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to these sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. I don't know who's I don't know who's in charge or who actually made this video, but it makes sense, right? Everybody looking up, waiting on the fall of Babylon, right? Waiting on the change of the Western hegemony, however you want to say that. The only thing is, as you see the statue of Baal falling, the only thing is, pursuant to 2 Ezra 6 and 9, is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Either way, those missiles are in the Lord's hands, and, they're going to hit their mark eventually. All right, we still got some more prophecies that need to play out, but what you see here is the end result of, when in a roundabout way, I'm adding my own spin, right? Because the scriptures also tell you when the righteous bears rule, the people will rejoice. So all the people of the other nations, right, after that, 1,000 years, and you clean up and, you return to your own land, okay, as Yahweh intended it, as you read in the book of Genesis, where he separated the nations, okay, by their languages, by their nationalities, and, you do what you do over where you at, and we do what we do where we at, except the law will go out of Jerusalem, okay, and everybody will know that, and that, I've mentioned before how I'm a bit jealous of Ishmael on this side because they have that autonomy, that sovereignty, that rule over their realm, okay. Ramadan just ended. The end of Ramadan is Eid, and there's huge celebrations, right? Everybody's on the same accord. Things are closed during the day out of respect for their whatever they celebrate, how they handle it, and then business returns as usual at night. Okay, and I think about like what the Sabbath will be. Right, you won't have to worry about making sure you repent and praying about you got to work on the Sabbath. Everything will be in order. Everything will be in order. But that is not the point of this video here. So I think that there's sound to it. I don't know if anybody is speaking in it, but let's see. We're going to restart it. But as you can see, everybody who's got aught with this one, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, right? And everybody has a freaking issue with him, or at one point in time has had, has an Independence Day from them, okay? All right, who's the only person to drop an atomic bomb, right? Vietnam, goes without saying. Except what you know as Palestine or Gaza will be rebuilt. Hit them boys with the island. Look at that. That's the Statue of Liberty with the bullhead, right? Bringing down that, vibration, okay? But this is the Lord's doing. Although they have their spin on it, right? But if you look at it from an Israelite standpoint, okay, you see that general that they showed, Soleimani, I believe he was killed 3 years ago. The scriptures talk about the innocent blood crying out as Abel's blood cried out against Cain from his transgression. Okay, his unrighteous, the murder of his brother. So I went ahead and I just grabbed Babylon in the KJV here, but we'll go first. All right, this is Revelation 18 and 2. We'll go to that. straight to the point here. And he cried with a mighty strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and cage of every unclean, hateful bird. All the nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath, of the fornication, and the kings of the earth has committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Okay, and it talks about, there's another scripture, I believe it's in Jeremiah. Babylon is fallen, but all is confounded. That's what we need, all right? Dang it. Baal is... Or is it Marduk is confounded? Do your resolution there. Jeremiah 50 it is. And it's always tied to ease, just like desolation. Complete desolation is always tied to E, because that is who was said to rule according to prophecy in the end times, prior to the return of Yahushua, whom the world ignorantly refers to as Jesus. All right. Jeremiah 50:2, declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal it not. Say, Babylon is taken, but all is confounded. Marduk is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. All right. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall depart, both man and beast. Right. Let's see. Oh, and verse 9, 50:9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as if a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Okay, and if you don't know, Babylon, all right, is code, especially in Jeremiah 49-51. Okay, it is written to the captives in the Neo-Babylonian Empire, but the way it's written, it is, it's a twofold message, because where we are now is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. So you have Babylon back in, with the ruler of Nimrod, then you have the Neo-Babylonian Empire, okay, with Nebuchadnezzar and that captivity, which these letters were written in then, and then you have the daughter, or Babylon the Great, which is here and now. And the judgment for Babylon the Great is complete and utter desolation. Okay, so let's go all the more reasons, because we are so close. This thing is going to unfold, and it's going to unfold quick. All right, it's Jeremiah 50:14, where we were already at. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrow, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. Okay, and you can read through the entirety of Jeremiah 50, okay? But that is what's probably already refreshed. You bastard. Fuck it. So, you saw that, and you can just go to the screen, type it in if you need to see it. 144 on the license plate. Call hello, y'all, about your mouth shot. Man, but, this is where we're heading, okay? And in the meantime, Jacob's trouble still has not hit its apex, okay? Prior to the third woe and the least of the flock drawing everybody out, or during it, right? There's still the mandatory implementation of the MOTP, okay? The injectable for the detectable. There is still the sedition among men, right? Neither listening to their kings or their princes. Okay, you already have these. I did a video. We got the more, 2019, 2020 style restrictions that are on their way. And I'm kind of ready to see how that's going to play out. Because although the general public of the American, the mass majority of Americans have the intellect of a baked potato, there are a lot of people blowing the whistle. Okay, and a lot of people making and saying and letting this stuff be known. So, okay, you'll see. That's where we're gonna have the martial law, the locking down of the cities, and maybe some brownouts, maybe some blackouts. Some FLASE, FLAGs, all of that. Okay, so keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention to what's going on around you. All right. Be circumspect. Be repentant. Be humble. Lean not to your own understanding, but pray for whatever you lack. So with that being said, Shalom.